The war between two economic giants has now escalated to a level where businesses are being used as weapons, casualties in a brutal financial battlefield where no one is safe. China's decision to blacklist PVH Company, the parent company of Calvin Klein and Tommy Hilfiger, is nothing short of a calculated retaliation. A thunderous warning shot fired across the Pacific. For years, Western companies exploited China's cheap labor and vast market, raking in billions while turning a blind eye to Beijing's policies. Now, the tides have shifted, and China is playing by its own rules, making sure that any foreign company seen as disloyal to its economic interests pays the ultimate price. On the other side, the U.S. government, under the guise of human rights and economic fairness, has fueled a trade war that punishes both American and Chinese businesses alike. The crackdown on Xinjiang cotton, a move that forced PVH to comply with U.S. restrictions, was presented as a moral stand against forced labor, yet it conveniently fits into a broader strategy of economic containment against China. Washington's aggressive trade policies have not only strained global supply chains, but have also placed American companies in an impossible position: follow U.S. regulations and lose access to the Chinese market, or comply with Beijing's demands and face penalties at home. The hypocrisy is glaring, and businesses are left to navigate this treacherous landscape with no clear path forward. Both nations have mastered the art of economic warfare, using corporations as bargaining chips in a high-stakes game where only the most adaptable survive. The blacklisting of PVH Corp is not just about one company. It is a testament to how deeply entangled politics and commerce have become. Every decision, every sanction, every restriction carries consequences that ripple across the global economy. This is no longer about trade. It is about dominance, survival, and a fight to shape the future of global power. Stay with us till the end. Hello, and welcome back to Innovative Check, YouTube channel where we delve into the innovative and transformative projects changing our world. If you're new to the channel and enjoy learning about innovation stories around the world, you've come to the right place. Please subscribe, like, and comment to help boost our videos on YouTube. China has escalated its economic offensive by officially blacklisting PVH Corp, the parent company of Calvin Klein and Tommy Hilfiger, in a direct response to U.S. trade policies. The move places PVH on Beijing's unreliable entities list, a designation that subjects the company to severe penalties, ranging from steep fines to outright operational restrictions. Employees of PVH stationed in China now face possible expulsion, and its supply chain, heavily intertwined with Chinese manufacturing, is thrown into chaos. This development follows months of rising tensions, particularly concerning the Xinjiang cotton dispute. The region, scrutinized globally over human rights violations linked to Uyghur labor camps, has been at the center of supply chain crackdowns led by U.S. policymakers. The Trump administration, leveraging reports of forced labor, ramped up restrictions against companies found sourcing materials from Xinjiang, placing an increasing number of firms in a precarious position. PVH, under pressure to comply with U.S. trade restrictions, distanced itself from Xinjiang cotton, a decision that led to Beijing's retaliatory action. With PVH's removal from China's favored business entities, the company's retail footprint in one of the world's most lucrative fashion markets faces a grim outlook. The potential shuttering of dozens of stores, the suspension of online sales, and disruptions in logistics could cost PVH hundreds of millions in annual revenue. Given that China contributes 6% of the corporation's total earnings and a significant portion of its production supply, as the repercussions extend beyond mere branding concerns, it strikes at the core of PVH's global operations. The blacklisting mirrors Beijing's broader strategy of economic countermeasures against the U.S. trade war, a conflict that has taken a turn toward corporate targeting rather than broad tariff battles. With President Trump's recent decision to impose a fresh 10% tariff on Chinese goods, Beijing has retaliated by sanctioning key U.S. businesses. PVH's entry into the unreliable entities list is not an isolated case, but part of a larger pattern, signaling that major U.S. corporations could face similar consequences. Industry analysts speculate that PVH will need to reevaluate its operational strategies immediately, including exploring alternative manufacturing hubs outside China. Shifting production elsewhere, however, is not an overnight fix. While Vietnam, India, and Bangladesh serve as potential relocation sites, China's deep-rooted infrastructure and established labor force offer efficiencies that are difficult to replicate elsewhere. Any transition will likely lead to increased costs, extended production cycles, and potential supply chain bottlenecks. Just a quick reminder to hit the like button below. YouTube has been restricting my videos a lot recently because of bots, so your like does help out this video massively in terms of the algorithm in YouTube. The financial impact of China's sanctions on PVH is already visible in investor reactions. Shares of PVH Corp took a sharp hit upon the announcement, reflecting market uncertainty regarding the company's ability to navigate this geopolitical storm. Wall Street analysts are revising revenue projections downward, factoring in potential losses not only in direct sales but also in brand perception. At the heart of this conflict lies a fundamental battle over economic dominance, with multinational corporations caught in the crossfire. The crackdown on PVH serves as a stark warning to other Western businesses that have yet to make definitive choices regarding their supply chain ethics. Will firms continue adhering to Western-imposed restrictions on Xinjiang cotton, risking Beijing's wrath, or will they attempt to maintain neutrality, possibly inviting scrutiny from U.S. regulators? PVH's corporate response has been measured but firm. In a public statement, the company expressed shock over the blacklisting and reaffirmed its commitment to adhering to global trade laws. It also emphasized a willingness to engage with Chinese authorities to reach a resolution, though the likelihood of China reversing its decision remains slim given the current climate of hostility. This development comes as part of a broader shift in China's approach to foreign investment, and the days of Western companies enjoying relatively unimpeded access to the Chinese market appear to be waning, replaced by a more assertive regulatory environment, where Beijing is willing to use its economic leverage as a weapon in trade disputes. The message is clear. Firms that align too closely with U.S. economic policies risk punitive action. As the U.S.-China trade war intensifies, more corporations could find themselves in a similar predicament. And luxury brands that rely on Chinese consumers are now reassessing their risk exposure. If Beijing continues down this path of blacklisting high-profile Western brands, the broader implications for global trade could be profound. The current trade war is no longer just about tariffs. It has evolved into a full-fledged economic standoff, with corporations playing the role of collateral damage. I'm enjoying this video so far. Please don't forget to subscribe, share the video, and comment. China's economic retaliation isn't limited to PVH alone. Several other multinational firms, including Nike and Adidas, have also come under scrutiny for distancing themselves from Xinjiang-produced materials. While these companies have not yet faced blacklisting, the precedent set by PVH's case has sent shockwaves through the industry, raising concerns that the fashion sector could become a primary battleground in U.S.-Chilean tensions. The ramifications of China's blacklist extend beyond PVH, with ripple effects likely to be felt across the global apparel industry. Retailers relying on China's supply chain will be forced to make difficult choices regarding compliance with Western human rights policies versus maintaining favorable business relations in Beijing. The choices they make could redefine industry dynamics, potentially leading to a major restructuring of global manufacturing networks. For PVH, the path forward remains uncertain. The company could attempt legal action, though the effectiveness of such measures against a sovereign state remains questionable. Alternatively, it could seek high-level diplomatic intervention, lobbying the U.S. government to negotiate its removal from the blacklist. However, with the current trade war showing no signs of abating, such an outcome appears increasingly unlikely. Beyond the immediate corporate fallout, the U.S. government is now faced with a broader question. How far is it willing to go in defending American businesses operating in hostile trade environments? With more companies at risk of similar blacklisting, Washington may be compelled to escalate countermeasures, potentially introducing retaliatory actions of its own against Chinese firms operating in the U.S. If this occurs, the world could witness an even deeper decoupling of the two largest economies, with corporations bearing the brunt of political crossfires. As this situation develops, PVH's handling of the crisis will serve as a critical case study for businesses navigating the new reality of geopolitically driven commerce. The strategies employed, whether seeking alternative markets, diversifying supply chains, or engaging in diplomatic maneuvering, will likely be replicated by other firms facing similar threats. For now, PVH's place on China's blacklist stands as a warning sign for multinational corporations that operate at the intersection of political and economic rivalry. The consequences of this listing will unfold in the coming months, potentially reshaping how Western businesses engage with China in the long term. If you would like me to continue with this writing, let me know, and I will proceed until the full 100 words are completed. Thank you for your attention, and I welcome your thoughts and questions on this complex and vital subject. Do you want to watch more videos like this one? If yes, please like and share the video, and subscribe to get exclusive videos about how phenomenally China is developing and growing its influence. Your subscriptions and likes motivate us to generate more content, so please keep supporting us. Check out this videos showing on your screen right now, and I will see you on the other side.